All right, bought the cheapest bass guitar kit on eBay. Let's see how this goes. Well, we spent $59 on this jazz bass kit. Comes with some fairly serviceable bridge and tuner hardware. Nice body of mystery tropical hardwood, but it looks nice. Nice faux rosewood board and maple neck. There's even a little bit of flame to the neck wood, so that's kind of interesting. We'll just clean that up. That was left pretty rough. A couple passes of sanding's probably a good idea. Clean up all those edges. There were a few dings on it. That's likely why it was so cheap. Same with the body. Generally good shape. The edge radiuses were all over the map, so it took a little extra time to just kind of even those out a bit, but cleaned up pretty nice. Okay, and the real secret to staining a lot of woods, especially this kind of wood, is a pre-stain, which will kind of allow you to get a little bit more even coverage. The only trick to this is you gotta be sure to apply your first color coat, here it goes, within about 1 to 2 hours of applying the pre-stain. I like to do 2 fairly light coats instead of 1 heavy coat. That seems to get pretty good results, and if at the end of 2 coats it's still a little uneven, then you just do a third. Simple enough. Sorry for the backlight here. We don't get a lot of sun in this part of the world, so it's hard to know what to do with that. Okay, and I like this kind of 3-step shellac finishing process that's really simple. I spray 3 coats of shellac about 15 minutes apart and then let them dry overnight. Then I will sand. The first time I'll sand with 400 or 600 grit, being careful not to touch the edges. Then I will do the same 3 passes and then sand with 1,000 grit, and then 3 more coats. And then, as you see here, I'll just use some 3 or 4/0 steel wool to knock things down a little bit. And then once you wipe that down with the tack rag, it looks pretty sharp. And with the neck, I just sprayed a coat of Prolux lacquer. I don't like shellac on necks. It gets a little tacky sometimes, especially because it's alcohol solvent. And then after each coat, I just hit it with 1,000 grit paper, and that, with 2 coats, that was just fine. Real smooth, real playable, not overly glossy. So even on expensive guitars, I end up doing a fair amount of fretwork. No difference here. Here we're just setting in the ferrules for the tuners. I like this rubber-faced mallet, but if you don't have one, you can just put a block of wood underneath your hammer and go to town. They usually seat quite nicely. And then we just install the tuners. Again, these were just fine, nothing special, but nothing terrible. They will serve just fine. And then we just start assembling the body as normal, attaching all the bits and pieces. Here we're just feeding the ground wire from the controls to the bridge plate before we install the bridge. That's an easy thing to forget if you get excited and start putting pieces on. And yeah, and again, this bridge is just a standard Fender style bridge. Nothing wrong with it. It's going to work just fine. I did upgrade the pickups. These are just some very inexpensive. I think I paid $23. And here we're just quickly desoldering the old leads from the old pickups. This isn't very good wire. It's not very well connected, and those quick connect things just fail frequently. So obviously reconnecting, soldering in a pair of pickups takes, I don't know, we're going to see something like 10 seconds. But it's well worth the little bit of effort. And if you've never soldered a guitar before, it's a great place to start. It's really simple. Then we'll do a quick test, which is just tapping on the pickup with something steel and turning the volume and tone to make sure they're doing what they're supposed to do. And then we just start buttoning things up here. We're installing the pick guard. Now we're putting on the neck. It's got a nice tight fit, better than a lot of instruments I've worked on that have cost a lot more than this. But always use some sort of furniture wax or paste or something like that on long screws. And then we just install our strings. The strings that came on this aren't that bad. Last thing I do is always install the string tree on the headstock. I want to make sure I get it exactly where I want it, and I find that's easiest if I've already got the strings on the instrument. And here we are all finished. You can see that the body turned out very nice, good level of shine on the finish. The neck, again, very comfortable. It's a little deeper C than a standard Fender jazz bass neck, but it's very comfortable. And yeah, there now you can start to see a little bit of that flame on the neck now that it's got some lacquer on it. And here's a quick demo.